All right, kids, this is going to be a public service announcement. Do not get married. Do not attempt to get married. It's fine to date. It's fine to have some kind of a common law situation. That's fine. But there's something about putting your name on that piece of paper and just giving away half your shit that has just never, ever been comfortable with me, okay? I've had, I don't know, a handful of relationships in my lifetime, and thankfully they've never progressed that far, mostly because I have a type, and that type is normally classified as absolutely batshit crazy, for various obvious reasons, but with that said, I just could never bring myself to wanting to get married. And then there's stories like this where you just gotta laugh at gullible motherfuckers who decide that that's the plunge that they want to take. And boy, do they fall face first, and in this case, right on the fucking dugout. And you might see the little gif just being animated there, but we're going to go ahead and play the video. No sound is required because you don't need to see this motherfucker's embarrassment. You don't need to hear it. Just viewing it is more than enough. So just a little setup before we go into it. He is making an entire scene about this. Obviously, he talked to the PA director. He talked to the guy working the cameras to be up there on the Titantron or whatever the fuck you call it. He was going to get down on one knee and make this grand show of things on top of the dugout, and he was going to get engaged to his best gal, and they were going to live out their life together. And I wouldn't be covering this if you guys already didn't know the end of this story, but it is fucking hilarious and a testament to know your surroundings and know who you are, and don't make an asshole out of yourself if you even have just a remote question about the loyalty of you and your prospective long-term partner. This kind of hurts, but at the same time, it's super fucking funny. Anyways, here we go. As you can see, he's getting up on the dugout, and she looks shocked, excited, puts her hands up, shakes her head, walks away. No, 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 no. Oh my God, no, no, no. And runs off. And he's like, oh my God. Babe, where'd you go? Oh no. And then they put up the kiss cam. Oh my fucking God. That is so oh God. Oh, I'm trying to keep that down, but oh my God, that is just about the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. I love it. I love it. I love it. He struck out. An embarrassing video appears to show the moment a man's marriage proposal at a minor league baseball game in Massachusetts goes horribly wrong. It's not going to be going long for him anytime soon. No, this looks like, what, a Pawtucket's Red Sox game? Because, yeah, they got the bees on their hat, and you know what, it fucking makes sense. It's up there in Worcester. Oh, it was for the Worcester Red Sox. Dude, this is going to be fucking gnarly. Oh shit, she said nah? Fuck, dude, this is tough. But yeah, like it continues here, as his girlfriend publicly rejects him and runs away. That's what makes it even funnier. Because I've seen some marriage proposals gone wrong where they're like, no, I don't want to take half of your, I don't know, piss-stinking shit, and that's fine, we'll work this out. They hug, and she doesn't take the ring, and it's sad, but amicable. And it's like, but this situation is the worst of all combined worlds. It's out in public. Thousands of people look to be there. You were up there on the screen. This was going to be your big moment. And she runs away, scared. Oh, I love it. I love it so much. In the footage, the unnamed guy, probably by his request, pops the question in front of a crowd of fans in a dugout at Worcester's Red Sox home game on Thursday, according to now viral footage posted by the Instagram account. What's the word, Massachusetts? Oh my God. The would-be romantic gesture prompted cheers at Polar Park, but instead of swooning, his stunned girlfriend puts her hands over her mouth and shook her head no. I have to go. She can be heard say, gotta go. Oh, I'll try to keep it together before bolting up the stairs and leaving him alone on one knee. Oh my God. I can imagine in a situation like that, because you envision it, right? You envision it going, and it's going to be wonderful and magical. They probably had fireworks and everything planned. It was going to be up, and it was going to be a magical moment, but you're just missing one thing. A nodding approval. You poor, dumb sack of shit. But thank God you avoided the inevitable disaster. Because if you guys thought that you were close enough to get married, or maybe this public display of affection would somehow reconcile your failing romance, just know that you eventually dodged that divorce bullet, because it comes for, well, what, about 50% of couples? It's been fluctuating throughout the years, and I don't think that the pandemic and lockdown has really helped these failing relationships. It more or less just would have put more strain on some of these people. So I could see divorce rates continuing to climb in the near future, but yeah, they'll probably settle somewhere around the middle, okay? 50%-ish. And in Boston, in New York, New Jersey, the divorce is an absolute, what's the nicest way to put it? Flat out rape. No lube, no spit, no nothing. They're going in dry, and they're taking everything you fucking got. So buddy here, yeah, okay, you look like a jackass right now, but you saved yourself, what, probably 5 years in the future, paying out your fucking dick to the rest of your life for this. She's cute right now, but I could imagine that fucking ballooning out a couple days after you say I do, and you have that wonderful and romantic moonlight dip in the Cancun waters. You can reminisce on that once you eventually work up the courage to go back to Worcester and catch a ball game. But no, like I was saying, dodge the bullet here, because alimony, child support, that's a motherfucker, okay? Up there in New England and the New York area, it's a motherfucker. And then across the country, you got California, and divorce laws are just as big of a prison love session. It is atrocious. And one story that we talked about not that long ago has finally reached its conclusion. And instead of paying, I don't know, what was it, like $1 million or $2 million per month, Dr. Dre's wife is going to be getting $3.5 million per year, because she needs to live the life in which she was accustomed to. Meanwhile, Dre just has to pay for that bitch. Cool. For $3.5 million a year, you better be able to do some fucking depraved shit, okay? If you guys were into some kinky shit beforehand, that should be a part of your agreement, where you also get to live the life in which you were accustomed to. And then especially if you're going to be forking out fucking 7 digits to that Easter Island head on a pair of shoulders, you should be able to do some Trevor Bauer shit. Those are all allocations, by the way. Dr. Dre will pay a hefty sum for spousal support amid his divorce. The hip-hop mogul was ordered to pay his ex-wife, Nicole Young. All of their kids are of legal age. This is just directly going to her. About $3.5 million in yearly support, according to court documents obtained by the Entertainment Tonight. Can you fucking believe this, dude? I will never, ever get married. You can goddamn well mark it down on the wall. Never. Ever, okay? I've loosened on my stance, not 100% on ever having kids. I just can't bring myself to do this, okay? The biggest hurdle to having kids is having to dump a load into some broad, because it could just be a regional thing, but they're all terrible around here. Then again, I don't try that hard to find anybody, because I'd rather just work on YouTube videos, but whatever. Dre is expected to pay a monthly sum of $293,306. Oh my god. It's like the amount of money those whores on Twitch get. Oh my god, you know, the ones in the hot tubs and licking ears on fucking microphones. That adds up to $3.5 million and an additional $19,672 in yearly support. So it's gonna get taxed going over her, so the government's gonna get their cut, and then she's gonna have to pay taxes on that. That's why there's no fair treatment in the family court system. Starting in August. Oh, cool. So we could have her yeeted by then. Awesome. Per the document, the payments will continue in a like manner until the party receiving support remarries. Not fucking likely. Or enters into a domestic partnership, death or either party, of either party, or until further order of the court. Oh, good. So if Dre decides, or we end up finding him just hanging from some microphone cords in a studio, or from a pair of Beats headphones, he doesn't have to pay this bitch in perpetuity. Doesn't have to pay her estate until he fucking drops dead. Those are agreements that are out there. Additionally, Dre will also continue to pay expenses for their So, okay, on top of $3.5 million, she couldn't find the fucking money to look after the homes in which he will not be living in. Oh, why would you ever get married? Why would you ever get married? Why would you ever try to become successful? Oh my god. Source tells ET the support order is consistent with what he has already been paying since the initial separation. Fucking beta. Okay, I love you, Dre. I love your work on NWA. I love your solo performances. But the fact of the matter is, if you've been paying this bitch that much money, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know what's wrong with you. Oh, that's right. You were raised by a single mother. That means you're bitch made from the fucking birth. So, makes a lot of fucking sense. Latest development comes over a month after a judge restored the legal status of single to both Dre and Young. Cool. But dude, you can go and check back some of the old videos where we initially went over the filings, and this bitch wanted like $1 million a month for clothing and entertainment, and it was something. It was encroaching if it wasn't quite in 8 digits, but it was extensive. That was per month. So I guess Dre ended up kind of catching a dub in this situation by only having to shell out $3.5 million. There are hockey players, high-end hockey players in the NHL that don't make $3.5 million a year. But this bitch who's walking around with a goalie mask on her fucking dome for the rest of her goddamn life is making Vladimir Tarasenko money. With that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. And remember, avoid getting married. And then also avoid getting divorced. Look into a reliable hitman. I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.